Hey fellas, well it's a couple days of my birthday. I also went to the doctor. I also had to get some lab work done, so I also got one of my most anticipated had presents for this for my 29th a couple days. So here are my first impressions of Final Fantasy VII Remake, the on PlayStation 4, the 2020 remake of the groundbreaking original Final Fantasy VII, and there are some differences from the plot, or at least how it plays out, that did in the original game. For the sake of argument, I'm going to keep this video spoiler free. If the time being as it progresses, I just clear the first chapter. And I'm going to be talking about other aspects, and so let's get this started. Yeah. Overall, my I'm enjoying the game so far. My thoughts are quite positive, and much like how when the demo was around last year, this game is definitely was worth the wait given how it had been in some form of development for around 15 years and was in active development and in the period between 2015 and 2020. He, so basically, an entire console generation went by, and also we're transitioning towards the next one, which is fine by me. Even though the PS4 are barring a one model is going to be season production, and I definitely can go with a whole 3 year turnover towards the PS5 main. But so visually, it's impressive, much like how the original game was taken on Marvel in its day. Hey, hey, this is very much another one in our generation. I mean, just definitely pushing the existing concentration to its limits in terms of how much realism is there. There, even as doing something like with a giant sword and a machine gun for a hand, taking on a giant scorpion tank. I mean, the whole first chapter is simply the whole raid on the first Mako reactor. It's just unbelievable. I mean, how they managed to render Midgar as well. Way more details. And again, some elements have changed. I'm not gonna be spoiling, and other ones, given how much has changed in 1997, I understand why they did it, but the whole basic idea of trying to protect the planet from a potential mass extinction, and I can argue is a lot more relevant now, even when and than it was in 1997. And the voice acting, but like strong across the board. Apparently, Ars Technica didn't like the liberties they were taking with Barrett's character. I personally don't mind though. In fact, I'm already thinking about who I'd want to play. My first choice to play if they ever made a live action version of the story would probably be Winston Duke. As in M'Baku in the MCU, as well as one of Jordan Peele's regulars now as well. I mean, so just throwing out a little bit of fan casting there. The sound is great. Especially like how full orchestras arrange the music, especially the whole during like when just the moment you jump off the train, a full orchestra is there, and definitely they integrate a lot of elements from the Advent Children movie in there. It's hard to review that a year ago when the game finally came out, and it's still a time exclusive. My guess once the 1 year mark for this version is over, anyone who wants to run the game can publish it there. Yeah, so there's already first contingents going for PC. Because that's what it was. Like my stepfather, who's now been an old friend of mine, taught me how to play the original version on PC back in the day. Played it on PS1 at a friend's house, and that's also why I kind of saw not even before the pandemic hits that there would be a lot of demand for this new system. So depending on what happens with like the second and third discs, and not counting the install disc that was in this game, kind of like I had with Cyberpunk, with a whole separate day one install on top of the day zero one. And and since and that would probably the second and third episodes would probably would be a a a cross play with PS4 and 5. Hopefully, they're trying to get this worked out. I mean, I definitely will keep you posted on what's going on, even though I'm not going to be going into much detail on Switch Pro, also known as Project Ola, unless something else is officially announced. Definitely want to get you into the Sun and Moon vlog, and King of Staten Island's coming to HBO Max tomorrow. Definitely will be talking about that once I see it. Heard very good things about the movie, and I will talk to you all later. Right.